Hi there, Sagittarius. This is Jeffrey. This is Red Color, and this is your reading for the month of March 2022. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. I also offer IET, which is a healing modality. Please become a member of the station. It's $2.99 a month, and it really supports me, and it gives you access to the weekly videos by Sign without commercials. Don't you wonder how they decide on the commercials? I really wonder that, because sometimes it's like, this has nothing to do with me. You know, you got my algorithm wrong. I don't need car insurance, you know, or I don't need, I don't know, whatever it is they're selling. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is intriguing. And sometimes I press on it, you know, sometimes it's like, oh, this is intriguing. And sometimes, you know, even if it's not something you're interested in, it's like such a good commercial. It's like I want to watch this. All right, away we go. I like the funny ones. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Okay, so you're my fourth sign. You know, when cards come up a lot, it's like, oh, okay. So here we begin. The spiritual quest. I'm looking to be more satisfied. Like what I have is good, but I want more. I want more. I want something that's more satisfying. And I'm willing to leave the past behind, and I'm willing to like walk away from this. I'm not burning bridges. I'm just walking away from it because I want something more. Very interesting. And then I have, I always got, you know, it's interesting because I thought it was 2 queens when I first put them down, but it's not. It's actually her. And, you know, she is very nurturing. She's very practical. She's very practical. I always see her as the single mom. So she knows how to make the money. She knows how to spend the money in a wise way. So, you know, it's a little bit like, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. So you can buy an acrylic sweater for $5, but it'll last you a month and then you have to throw it away. Or you could buy a wool sweater that will keep you warmer, will look better, and it's $50, but it'll last you 2 or 3 years. So what's the better bargain? You know, it's like she's willing to spend the money if it makes sense in the long run, but she's not willing, you know, so she's good with the purse strings, you know, and she's also really nurturing, really loving in a physical way, right? And then we get the Empress. So, and the Empress is fantastic. One of the best cards in the deck. It's a 3. It's Venus. She's Venus. It's also Mother Earth. She's pregnant. She's fertile with a new idea. She's abundant. She's creative. She's also, you know, in touch with her third eye. So it's like she has this vision of, you know, of the stars in heaven in a way, and bringing them into the earth with her diadem. Change. I'm not going to read it as conflict today. I'm going to read it as change, like change and passion. Maybe there's like a new passion that's been awakened in you that is practical and nurturing that you want to like pursue. Maybe it has to do with love. Ooh. This is not only love, but it's also a healing card. This tremendously healing card. And it's also, it's about meeting like-minded people. It's about, you know, I show up or you show up with like enthusiasm, optimism, open-mindedness, kindness, and you're met by it. The other interpretation of this card, interestingly, is it's almost like you're meeting yourself. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like you're meeting your spirit guide. It's almost like you're meeting your higher self, and your higher self is saying, I love you unconditionally. And you're saying to your higher self and to yourself, I love you unconditionally. And we're going to be healed, right? Because I'm going after my passion. I'm going after the thing that makes me feel good, creatively and abundantly. and compassionately. And I'm listening. He's a listener. He's a listener. He's, because he's got the cup. He listens to his intuition. He's been through hard times, and that's why he has so much compassion. My favorite king. It's funny when I had a lot of plants in my old apartment, and unfortunately, a lot of them didn't survive. Some did in the room that didn't get as bad damage, and I saved them. I think I put them up for adoption, and they're happy. And what was the point? I don't remember the point. Oh yeah, I used to talk to my plants. So I didn't want one to feel out of place. So I said, you're all so beautiful, all grow, I didn't want to say, you're my favorite, Clear thinking, new ideas, inspiration. This could also be hearing something. So I feel like there's this intuitive quality of the whole reading, because you have Venus, and she gets out messages from everywhere, and you have the King of Cups. So I feel like there's this intuitive longing and yearning and understanding of the way it could be, of like, well, I've always really wanted to do this, and now I'm going to go after doing it because I think it'll make me happy. Whatever that is. It could be starting yoga, could be starting a new diet, it could be running, it could be painting, it could be rearranging the house, it could be a million things. Yeah, because I don't want to be tied to a false path anymore. I'm not interested in being tied to a false path. I think this cuts out the false path. It's like, maybe you've been going after something. So, because, he's sort of satisfied here. And it's like, sometimes it's like, well, like I bought this beautiful house or whatever it is, and I thought that was my dream. And now it's like, actually, my dream is to have a garden, or my dream is to travel, or my dream is to be in a relationship, or, it's a little bit like that. It's sort of like, well, I kind of have everything I need here in a way, but there's something more. And maybe the more could also be this deeper relationship with self, like that I'm pursuing, or a deeper relationship with others. I'm willing to learn something new. I always feel like he's a student. I'm willing to learn something new. I have an inkling of how to be more secure, how to be more financially stable, and I'm done with the way of thinking. I'm done with the old way of thinking, right? A new dawn is rising, and that's what this is about. I'm done with with an old way of thinking, and I'm expanding in a way, and I'm off on a new journey, and I got my little bandana. And the interesting thing about this card, I love his little bandana, but because it's fabric, naturally. This is his soul. This is his companion. This is his higher self, his guide, saying, I'll go wherever you go. I'll go wherever you go, but don't be foolish. Let's throw in one more card to see if you're being foolish. Nope, you're not. It's a transformation. There should be music. I wish I had like a little soundboard that for when certain cards come up, because this is the one like, dun, 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 dun. This is a really good card, actually. Something has to die so that something else can live, and the sun is shining. It's one of my favorite cards. It's a complete transformation. So I don't think that the Fool is being foolish. I think the Fool is being optimistic, enthusiastic. It's a very, the high point of Sag is that optimism, enthusiasm. I'm going to, shoot my arrow toward that, the furthest it can go. There's that energy. Because I've let go of the devil, I've let go of the false path. I'm willing to learn something new. I'm not, I have new ideas, and it's got to be practical and abundant and fruitful and healing and intuitive. And Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. You know, it's interesting because the past few months, really, I've all been about moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. And it's coming up for all signs. So we're all, you know, like really transforming on a really profound level, on a really profound level. So if you don't have a meditative practice, I would really highly suggest you start one, you know, and it doesn't have to be really complicated. I'm coming. It doesn't have to be complicated. You know, find something on YouTube, a 5-minute video that appeals to you. You know, put in what it is you want. You know, I want to sleep better. I want to lose weight. I want to be rich. I want a relationship, whatever. 5-minute every day. I want to be in touch with my higher self or my guides. And just, you know, give yourself the gift, basically, is what I'm saying. Give yourself the gift. Please become a member. Please check out my website. I do readings, etc. Blessings. See you soon. Have a good March. You will.